What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tropicalnhl back here today for a Habs review. Habs review today. The Canadians were facing the Minnesota Wild for the second and last time of the year. So, a lot of things happened. Kind of a weird game, I'm not gonna lie. It was entertaining to watch still, but it was a weird game. It was a really weird game. But before getting into that, I invite you guys to leave a like. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video. Let's try and get 100 likes. I'm sure we're capable of it. So, yeah. And we are also on road to 2,000 subscribers. 70% of people watching are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe, that would help me a lot. I'm trying to reach that milestone before the end of the year. So, yeah, help me out, please. Even though my haircut is shit. All right. um, so, the Habs lose 4-1. 4-1 against the Minnesota Wild. They haven't played bad. They have not being bad. They weren't bad tonight. They weren't bad. They weren't bad. They were all right. Not good, not great, but not bad either. Marc-Andre Fleury pulled out an absolutely amazing game. A really, really good game from Marc-Andre Fleury. Every time he seems to be playing the Canadians, he just comes out of nowhere with a nasty game. His last game with the Blackhawks against the Canadians, where he got his 500th win. He got a shutout last week in Montreal. Only got scored one goal, and it's the same thing tonight. One goal by Captain Nick Suzuki, who's now at 11 points in 10 games. So Suzuki on pace for a point per game season so far. Kirby Dach also got a point on that goal. He is now at 6 points, which is really, really good. He's getting closer to his point total of last season. So that's some good news coming from Kirby Dach. He was amazing tonight. That line of the Canadians, Suzuki, Caulfield, and Kirby Dach was amazing. The problem is that every time the Canadians score some goals, it's coming from that line. It's always those guys. If those guys can't score a goal, the Canadians won't score goals. That's just how it's been the entire season. Like, every time the Canadians win a game, even when they lose, Suzuki and Caulfield are involved in the scoring, and that's not good. Like, you need the veterans scoring points as well. So, yeah, 19 shots out of the 34 Montreal Canadiens shots were coming from the Suzuki line, and Cole Caulfield had 10 of them. They got a lot of chances. Caulfield could have easily scored 2 goals, but Marc-Andre Fleury played really good. Suzuki could have scored as well. Dog could have scored. He played amazing, but Fleury was just the better goaltender tonight. I can't really hate on Jake Allen. Like, he's been good so far, but not the best game, Not the best game. The first goal was a weak one. The second one was a pretty nice deflection by Kaprizov. Nothing he could have done there. And the third goal was a weak one as well. Like, David Savard made, like, the dive. He blocked the pass. And I don't know what Jake Allen was trying to do. He got surprised by the deflection of Rossi, but it was kind of a weak goal as well. So, yeah, not the best game from Jake Allen. He got a lot of rebounds. Like, he couldn't control the puck well. So, I think the main reason why the Canadians lost tonight was because Marc-Andre Fleury was leagues above Jake Allen. The goaltenders decided who won that game. It was a pretty close game, but those 2 weak goals coming from Jake Allen made the difference. That's my opinion. That was the worst game I've seen Sean Monahan play in the Canadiens uniform. Really not good. But if he only plays one bad game like that every 10 games, I have nothing against it. It's alright. It happens. Brendan Gallagher was everywhere again. I didn't get how. Like, he got flipped by Spurgeon, got a hit at the blue line. After that, no penalties. The referees, it's Chris Lee, man. I just don't get. Like, he for sure has something against the Canadians, because every time he is the ref for a Canadians game, the calls are one-sided as hell, and the calls are weird calls. I've seen a lot of people saying the goal was not a good goal. Like, Rossi didn't. That was not a high stick. You could see, like, it hit like the bottom of the stick. That was not a high stick, in my opinion. A lot of people were saying, "How is that not a high stick?" The stick was too high, but the spot where the puck hit the stick was not high stick. So that's I get it. That was a goal. It was a goal. It was a weak goal, but I think that Jake Allen could have saved that. But yeah, that was all right. I have nothing against that goal. But at the end, when Marco Rossi again, he kind of flipped Juraj Slafkovsky for no reason. He hit him in the hips, trying to make him lose his balance. Slafkovsky fell like kind of weirdly through the board, hit his head. Those are not things you want to see. You gotta struggle to stand up. Jake Evans came to his defense, trying to fight. He got flipped, but at least he tried something. I don't want to see Jake Evans drop the gloves, man. He has some concussion issues. You don't want to see that guy get get punched in the head. Nah, Jake, I appreciate it, but like your health first, all right? Health first, Jake. Yeah, but I didn't get how that ended up being a power play for the Minnesota Wild. At least like 4-on-4. Why power play? Like the hit was kind of dirty. It was 4-1. Slafkovsky should have been more solid on his skates, but still he really tried to make him fall into the board by make him lose his balance by hitting him in the hips. So for me, that's the 2 minutes, man. For me, that's the 2 minutes. You give it 2 minutes for Jake Evans for dropping the gloves, and that's 4-on-4. I didn't get the power play. Wow, that was kind of weird. And then after Harper, Jacky went after Rossi to defend his good buddy Slafkovsky. Those two are really good friends, so I get it. And so Jacky flipped the guy, he flipped the ref, he flipped everybody on that play. Nobody on the ice for the Minnesota Wild went after Jacky to defend Rossi, man. They were all scared. You probably all saw a video of what he did to Zach Cash, and they were all like, what's going on? I'm not touching that Jacky Wi-Fi guy, man. The hell no. So, yeah, the Minnesota Wild overall just were the better team tonight. Fleury was a big part of it. Kaprizov was a big part of it. The Canadians could have easily scored more goals, but that was all coming from Suzuki, Caulfield, and Kirby Dach, and that needs to change. We need to see more goals coming from Drouin, Anderson, Gallagher, all those guys. They need to be more involved in the offensive. Same thing for Sean Monahan. He's been good, Sean Monahan, so far, but most of his points are secondary assists. So, yeah, we need more implication offensively from those guys. Jake Evans played a solid game as well. Slafkovsky looked insane on that one presence he had on the power play. I want to see him more with players like that. He looks amazing offensively when he plays with top 6 caliber players. So yeah, you might want to try him instead of Armia, even though Armia played amazing. Was really good tonight. You might want to try him instead of Armia with Monahan and Drouin. I'm sure Slafkovsky would be amazing on that line. So yeah, the power play goal from Suzuki, nice play, nice setup. So yeah, Caulfield, Suzuki, Dach, A+, even though the Canadians didn't, when they did everything offensively for the Canadians tonight, the rest all get a C-. Not a good game offensively for the rest of the guys. Nothing to say against Suzuki, Caulfield, and Dach. They played really, really well. Goulet and Savard, like usual, they played good. Wideman was... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Wideman. And it's starting to get more and more difficult for Kovacevic. So, yeah, I think it's time for Edmundson to come back. Get rid of either Wideman or Kovacevic. I would be more down to get rid of Wideman, but that's just my personal opinion, all right? So yeah, Jacky played solid. As well. So yeah, that's my opinion on the game. Next game is in 2 days against the Winnipeg Jets. It's going to be pretty interesting to see if the Canadians will be able to come back, bounce back well out of that. So yeah, it's been your boy Tropical NHL. Give me your opinions about the game in the comments below. Was the Rossi hit the dirty hit? Let me know as well. Was the high stick a high stick or not? Let me know in the comments below. Is Chris Lee a Habs hater? Let me know in the comments below. It's been your boy, Tropical NHL, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Bye-bye.